Hey, before we get started on today's episode, we have a quick disclaimer for you. Constable Bean is a little rowdy, and there might be a bit of cursing involved throughout our episodes. We are all about sharing authentic well being journeys, even if they're not always pretty, because, it'd be like that sometimes. So we want you to feel super comfortable and respected while you're tuning into our podcast. So if you're easily offended by colorful language. That was a great way of putting it. Great job, Jade. This podcast might not be for you, and that is okay. But we wish you well always. Now, let's jump into today's episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Constable Being the podcast, where the intention is well. My name is Jade.
And I'm Aileen.
And we are your hosts for today's episode. Aileen, how are you doing?
Trying to survive this harsh world we live in. It's been rough, okay?
I'm like, Aileen, are you okay? Because I don't know how you do. I don't know how you travel as much as you do, and like are okay. I don't get it. I don't understand. You travel so
Listen,
much.
I was in Pennsylvania last week, then flew back to California, then went to Nevada for literally 2 days for a baby shower.
Oh, I was like, was that for fun or for business? Okay, got it.
No, for a baby shower. And then went back to California, was there for 2 days. And then I hopped on another plane to be in Texas, and I'm here for 10 days.
Goodness.
Yeah.
What part
But
of Texas?
you would laugh at me. I don't know if you would laugh or be proud, but right now I just got back to my hotel room. And
did you go square dancing?
No.
Oh.
I did not, but I feel like I either need to wear boots or a cowboy hat. Like,
yeah.
I don't know who I think I am. I should be trying to fit in. And I'm out of here being crazy. So it's okay. I was out with the site, and then, Steph. She's actually in town for like a wedding.
Okay.
So we saw her at like dinner, and we went to like a place called like the Stockyards, and I felt like I was like in like some like cute romantic comedy, but it's like a country setting, and I'm gonna marry a cowboy.
Cute.
And I was like, this is, I don't know, it's a little bit different. And people are like, I told you, people in California are just mean. We're rude. I don't know what to tell you, but it's true. And I come here and like, I'm trying to avoid people. I don't want to say hi to people. Then I'm coming up to my room, and people get into the elevator and like, how's your night going? Hope you all have a great evening. And I'm like, why are you talking to me? The worst.
Relatable. It's okay.
Yeah, but I think this weather is out of control. It's hot outside. I walk into every place and they're blasting the air conditioning, so I'm freezing. And now I have like a head cold, I guess.
Ooh.
Like I have like a nose, and I'm like, I gotta get it together.
I think you're just tired too. You've been ripping and rolling. Like sometimes that catches up. I imagine it would catch up. Like you're always on the go. So
and then like, listen, I don't know what's going on with the world. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the energy, with whatever controls people's attitudes lately. Okay. But let me just tell you, I'm not having it anymore. Today.
Yes, Aileen, tell me.
So today I was at work, okay? I just don't have the patience. I feel like usually I'm a nice person. I'll have the patience to hear someone out and nicely come in and say crap, right? And be like, no, we got to do it this way, whatever. Listen, today this guy came in and was like, I want to meet you guys and like introduce us, whatever. So he was in this meeting, he wasn't freaking getting to the point. And then he starts asking me, do you know about injuries and how much they cost and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, first of all, I'm not going to give you the information on injuries. Secondly, the cost is with a whole nother department. Then, listen, this guy stands up and he's trying to like tell me of what's going on with his project. And I'm like, hell no. So then I stand up. So now we're both standing up, arguing with each other. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then like he's telling me like, oh, like, oh, you're gonna appreciate this one, Jade, because you're the expert in ergonomics, unlike me. So then he
Okay.
goes, so he's telling me, well, the height of this thing is gonna be at 31 inches. And I was like, why? Why 31 inches? And he's like, well, that's the standard height because the average height of people is like 5'4" to 5'5". And this is how I came up with this. And I said, is that the average height of the people here? Did you figure that out? Did you take in consideration like the average number of men versus women that are out there doing this task? Did you take those factors into consideration? It's like, well, no. And I was like, then how'd you get 31 inches? And I I was like, you need to put yourself in these people's positions because he's telling me they're going to stand here and they're going to do this and they're going to twist. And I said, they're going to twist. Why are they twisting?
I
You should
mean,
design.
you came with the with the
Listen, I was
business.
coming after the poor guy, and it pissed me off because like then he doesn't know how to do like our management of change process. So then I'm telling him like, okay, this is what you got to do, blah 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 blah, right? Then I'm trying to be nice to him because he's new, and I'm like, okay, this is the process, and if you need support from us, you can reach out to us, and I'm here to help you through the design phase of your project as well, because the issues, they're just implementing crap, and then I got to go clean it up at the end. So then I'm like, reach out to us, let's work together through the design phase, because I would hate to tell you once it's fully implemented that it's wrong and you have all these action items to correct.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he goes, well, and then I start telling him, is this going to be electric, a gravity? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, it's going to be gravity. And I said, okay, so you're not installing any new electric stuff. And he's like, oh, no, 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 we are, we are. I said, okay, I don't want extension cords out there because that's temporary. That can only be out there for 30 days, blah, blah, blah. Then he has the nerve to tell me he comes from like the pharmaceutical and medical industry. And I said, hey, so do I. Like, I know what you're talking about, so calm yourself. And then by the end of our conversation, he's like, oh, I don't know anything about safety. And I was like, dude, you just told me that you know everything in the beginning of our conversation. Now you're telling me you know nothing. And then he has the nerve to tell me, well, we don't really follow, like, he's like, the goal is standards. I said, the goal? I said, no, no. You're going to the standards, not it's the goal. He's like, well, sometimes when we implement like our project and it doesn't go that way and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, listen, no. I said, if you do not meet our standards, I'm shutting you down and you're not starting this. That's what's going to happen. And he was like, oh, dang, this girl's not playing today. And I
Aileen
was
said,
like,
girl boss, okay?
oh my God. But like, I'm tired of these men coming and like, first of all, why the hell are you standing trying to explain this to me? Like,
That's
you could
absurd.
sit next to me. And then so I stood up. I was like, this, like, what's happening? And then sitting there and I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It was wild today. And then like he left and I was just like hot. And I told my coworker and I was like, listen, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, that's the most direct I've ever seen you. And it was amazing. I was like, listen,
Something's going on with the universe or something because
I don't have a
something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know.
what
I don't
what's going
know.
on with you? Same?
Shh. I mean, first of all, we don't even have the topic for
I'm
this
sorry.
for this
I'm
episode. No. But I love it though because I think it's like the concept of like getting back from traveling or like some I don't know, but like that's why I'm like, Aileen, I don't know how you like travel and like come back and like I don't understand it now. Like I really don't. Like getting back into the swing of things.
It's
I
hard.
It is so hard and like for you to travel all the time, constantly be having to like try and get back into your routine. I don't know how you do it because I mean, I got back last Monday and I'm still cranky. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am very much like I literally snapped. Like today snapped. Like in the package room for the dumbest thing. This guy was like, "Are you in line?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in line." Like it was the stupidest thing. I was so mad. But I'm like, "Why else would I be standing in the middle of the package room like waiting?" I'm like, "It's loading. I'm waiting for it to load." And I was like, "Jade, first of all, I didn't eat today all day until 6 p.m., which I never do. Like this never I never do this.
It's my new
Um,
life. I haven't told you, but I'll tell you later.
Oh my God. Like I don't I first I can't that for me, I can't do that. Okay. The next meal is the only thing that keeps me going. I'm a Taurus. Okay. Food, it like
Life.
I'm so sorry to feed into the stereotypes, but like the only thing that keeps me going is the idea of the next meal. Like I'm like, at least there's dinner. At least tomorrow when I wake up tomorrow, there's breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what keeps me going. And so for me to not have eaten all day today, that is not my normal. And so I popped off like 4 times today. I literally cursed in front of my father, which I never do because I was so mad. Like I was so mad. I went to Home Depot today
Why were you at Home Depot?
because I decided that I was going to put up these shelves. Okay. It was
Uh-huh.
the dumbest idea. I went to the Home Depot today 4 times. How do you go to Home Depot 4 times? And the men there, it's the men. I'm so sorry. But like, I was just like, how do you work at Home Depot? And you're like the least helpful person I've ever. Why do I have to come back here 4 times? At this point, I know more than you know because I figured out what I needed versus you're telling me what I need. I come back home. I'm like, this is not what I needed. I should just got what I needed. That's what I get for ignoring my intuition. Like, I was so mad. I had to go back again tomorrow. Like, I'm just, ugh, it's an entire thing. But like, coming back from that trip from Bali, Aileen, was the hardest thing. First of all, getting back onto the time zone,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I didn't get back to my time zone for like 6 days. I feel like I just got back to it on Tuesday and I got back last Monday night. And so finally like got back into like my like workout routine and I'm just like tired. And I don't know, like it's just Aileen, first of all, I almost quit my job the first day that I had to go back into the office. Like I promise you, I
Oh
don't know.
my gosh,
I'm not
Jade.
gonna lie to you. I literally was like, am I gonna quit? Well, it was a combination of things because I just got back from a long vacation and then it was Memorial Day. And so there's also like the long weekend. So like it was just like everything like just compacted onto everything. And then I was like, okay, and now is my first day going back into the office and like seeing everyone. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like such a jerk because everyone was so nice and so happy to see me, but I almost quit before I got into that office. Like I promise you, I almost quit. Like I was just like, am I gonna send out this like my resignation? And it's not gonna be a 2 week resignation. It's gonna be I quit effective immediately. Like I'm not doing the 2 weeks bullshit. I'm not doing that. And so I was like, Jade, are you gonna do it? Is today the day? But like I was walking to like my shuttle pickup and I was like deep breathing panic attack before I went into work. Like I was just like, I don't want to go. Like I was like energetically, I don't want to go. Like energetically, I don't want to be in America anymore. I got off the airplane and got into like first of all, I couldn't find where Lyft was supposed to pick me up for like 45 minutes. I like had called a Lyft and I was like, where do I get picked up? Because I normally take like the Oakland airport. This time I took San Francisco. And I was like, where's like the Lyft pickup? Already ordered the Lyft. The Lyft guy is like, I'm here. I'm on the other side of the airport on the wrong level. Okay. And so I finally asked someone, I asked like 5 people and they all gave me different directions. By the time I figured it out, I had to cancel one Lyft and order another one. Like, and then that Lyft driver got lost too. But like I was in the airport, I asked the guy and he's like, "Oh, that's on the other side of the airport." And I first of all, I know I'm an adult. I had a full tantrum. I was like, "Oh my god." Because like after like 18 hours of flight, and I was like, how did I manage to get lost in America, but I didn't get lost in Bali? How does that happen? It doesn't make any sense to
Because
me.
you didn't have your private driver.
I was so mad. I was like, where's August? Like, where, what is going on? I was so mad. I was like, I'm not supposed to be here in America. That's what I decided. Like, I was just like, because it wouldn't be such a like energetic, like vampire, like vibe as soon as I get off the flight. Like, I was just like, am I not supposed to be here? And ever since I got off the flight, I've been having crazy anxiety. Didn't have it in Bali. And I was like, what's going on? Like literally, it's been really bad. And I'm like, I need to talk to Tiana. Because I'm going through it. And I'm like,
Are
I'm
you
having
having peace withdrawals?
I think so. I really I don't know what that is. Aileen, did you have this when you returned?
I was not there as you were, but I can see how that can happen because you're so disconnected there. It's so like peaceful, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That you're so relaxed, you're so like into the moment there that when you come back to reality, right? Like what we do every day, it's hard, right? Every time I go on vacation, I feel like okay, and it takes me a while to disconnect, right? We're always on
Yeah.
our phones, we're always checking emails, we're always doing something. That when you get away on these vacations, like you can actually just relax and like, but like I said, it takes me at least like 2 days to kind of like get adjusted, decompress, and like, okay, now I'm okay with this. And then it's like when you come back, you're not used to doing any of that. Now you're like, oh crap, now I got to do all this.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the butt.
My nervous system was shot because it was like, oh my God, you're like, you have to do things and you have to like talk to people. And like, when I tell you, nothing bad happened, like, nothing in my email was crazy. My coworkers, like, were so lovely the entire time. Like, there was no fires that I had to come back and put it. So, like, it was all in my head, which made me feel even worse because I'm like, look at you. You freaked out. There was nothing wrong. You came back. Everyone's like, oh my God, hi. But in my head, I was like, I'm going to quit. I can't do it. It's going to be so stressful. Like, what is that? Oh my God. It was crazy. It was really, and even like, I'm just like, I don't know. I really, I, I was talking to my cousin and I was like, I am slightly annoyed with myself because I'm like, how are you so at peace on vacation and why can't you bring it with you? Like, why isn't that a part of you all the time?
I
Like, why
think
is
because
that only vacation, Jade?
yeah, because you have so many, think about it, like in the perfect world, do we want to get up every day? And do we love our jobs that much that we want to do them every day? And I think we're all pressured in our society, right, to graduate high school, go to college, get student like debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it's like, oh, now go find a job. And you don't want just any job because you need a job that makes money so you can live comfortably and have all these things, right? So I think instead of our society saying, like, hey, what are your talents? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What comes easy to you? You should focus on that and don't worry about the money because ultimately it's going to come, right? But I think it's that, right? Because if you think about it, I got out of school with like $40,000 worth of student loan debt.
That's real. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then on top of it, I was like, oh, let me go get a master's degree. This will be fun. And then it just piled on top of that, right? And then, so now it's like I have these student loans for the rest of my life until I pay them off. And now it's like, okay, now go get a job that pays you well. And then you get a job and you're so focused on that that to me my team is extremely important to me. I must love the people I work with because I spend so much time with them. If I don't like them, there's a problem.
I feel that. You spend a lot
So,
of time with your, like, if you think about it, you spend the most time with your coworkers compared to literally anything else.
Yeah, because I travel with them and then like I see them at work and you're always talking to them. Like I bet you talk to your coworkers more than you talk to your own family. And so
Yeah, damn. I was like,
yeah.
well, but no, yeah, if you think about like hourly and stuff like that, you spend
Uh-huh.
8 hours at work. I mean, I call my parents usually like, usually if it's a weekday, usually every weekday, talk to them for like 30 minutes. I like to see what Milton and Monica have been up to for the day, catch up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, my coworkers, I see them 5 times a week. I talk to my parents like on the weekend. Sometimes I'm like, they actually know that like I go ghost on the weekend because I'm so tired of talking to people that like I will literally turn off my phone on, like it'll be on do not disturb, because I literally have it. I don't have it in me anymore to talk to anyone on the weekend, which is so sad. But it's just I'm drained, and that's just like part of, I mean, being an introvert and being me, where I'm just like, okay, I gave everything that I had Monday through Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, I literally don't want to talk. Like
Right.
I would like to sit in a ball in my apartment and just be quiet and recoup my energy.
Yeah, we're just like leave us alone. Like
Yeah.
so that's where I'm I, I think we're all different, right? We all need breaks here and there. Sometimes when I get home, it's like I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to sit here and do nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, what do you sometimes you just need to recoup and recharge.
But I don't know how to bring that like loving energy. I feel like when I was in Bali, I was just like just light and love and just yeah, whatever, we're just flowing. I feel like my flow, like I was in a state of flow, which was so beautiful. Like I was like, yeah, we're flowing. We like whatever I want, like we're just gonna do it that way. And as soon as I got back here, I was like, the flow, like it feels like my flow is off. Like I don't feel like I have flow. Like it's just kind of like
You need to make sure that you can get back to that, right?
that's what
So
I'm saying. I'm like, how do I get back to it? Like, obviously, I've been playing my sound bowls, Aileen. I'm like, I'm like, please, we're just trying to bring like a little piece of like that beauty that I had in Bali back here. But I'm like, it can't be that big of a struggle. I'm like, am I out of that much of alignment in America where it's like I'm not in a state of flow at all?
I think you need to put up your boundaries up a little bit, you know? So you need to be in a place where you can limit things and make sure that you have areas where you can bring in whatever you like to do, right? And kind of realign yourself because I think we get so caught up in everything that we want to do here that we are like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. Where if you can put up boundaries and kind of better organize things, then you'll have that time to do other things.
It,
I,
I mean, is it the time that I need or is it the energy? I think it's the energy.
I think it's both. I think you're so busy doing so many other things that you don't have the energy.
Yeah, because it's like when I was in Bali, it was just like, okay, honestly, to be fair though, and I said this where it was like I literally do like one thing and I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. Like, let me chill. So it makes sense. Like I went to work. Like that's my one thing. I'm done. Like I'm tired.
Right.
So it's sounding like you're telling me to quit my job. Thank you for the direction. That's really what I needed.
That's what you needed. I don't quit your job tomorrow.
I'm not. But it was just like, it was
Ask
so
me
in
how
my face.
that today. I was
What?
like, ask me how many times I've said that even like today, this whole week. I was like, this is so ridiculous. Like, why are we doing like literally? Let me tell you something. I got an email from the VP about something. I saw
Mm-hmm.
the email on my phone because I was at dinner. Then I'm sitting there enjoying dinner, and then I get a WhatsApp message from my boss telling me that I got an email from the VP
Oh my
and that
God.
I need to answer because they need an answer.
Ew.
Mind you, the original email did not say, I need this ASAP, I need this, I need that. Nothing. Okay. Then it doesn't stop there, Jade. Then I see it. I don't respond to him for maybe a minute. Then I get a ping on Teams.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I cannot. I'm done. I'm done. And my coworker looked at me and I said, this is ridiculous. Like, if I am a people leader and the email is not urgent, there's no freaking important symbol, there's nothing on there. Why are you pinging me just because it comes from a VP? Like,
Yeah,
why
that's
are like,
duh, Aileen, you didn't gather that? That's why they're pinging you.
but who cares?
It's
Like,
yeah.
that VP does not want my response this instant. And so I literally, like, I told you, I don't have patience this week. I was like, I never use periods usually. I was like, I'm at dinner, period. I saw the email, period. I will respond when I get to the hotel, period.
Period.
And,
Period.
and then, like, he's like, okay, enjoy your dinner. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I just don't have the patience anymore, Jade. Like, I sit here and I'm
Absurd.
like, what the hell's wrong with these people? I don't have the patience. I don't know what to tell you.
Aileen, I think that we're both gonna end up quitting our job soon. I'm gonna be so for real with you. Um
It's just like so frustrating when, and listen, it's not even just that, okay? Like, once that, like, if my boss is trying to be better, so I give him that credit. But once, like, things are in line, I think this job will be chill and I'm gonna have like the functionality to kind of have work-life balance.
mhm.
But right now, like, the sites that I support are like, I hate it when there's like the old boys club and like all this crap going on. And I was like, listen, you can tell me whatever, but don't tell me that I don't have eyes and I can't see the actions that you're taking.
That is a word. Put that on a t-shirt.
I was like, what the hell? Like, first of all, they asked us to come out here and do this training for them. It was supposed to be today. And all of a sudden, it now has to be tomorrow because everyone's busy. Then we invited all the supervisors because I'm like, you guys need to know this. You guys manage these people. And then one of them says, well, I'm busy. The other one's taking the day off. And I'm like, if you're so busy, why are you allowing that supervisor to take the day off?
Aileen, people need breaks.
Okay, I understand that. But if you're telling them the day before because you don't want to go to a training, to me, I'm like, really, dude? It's not. And then the thing is like, I'm trying to tell this manager, like, listen, you have this person here that's driving EHS. And they're like, well, EHS is not their title. And I said, then why are they doing it? Like, that's the mood I'm in. I'm just like, then why are they doing it if that's not their title and that's not their responsibility?
I support it though. I feel like you like need to be able to clap back to people like that. I feel like that's a part of like just like owning it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Well,
that's a
all I hear is all this talk, Jade. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these people? You think I'm stupid? Like, and then he's like, well, it's everyone's responsibility. I said, I agree, but none of them are driving it. I said, she drives it. And he's like, and I was like, if that's not her title, then why is she doing it? He's like, well, someone has to do it. I said, exactly. So don't tell me that she's not doing it. And it's because all your boys are your friends. Get the hell out of here. Like, and then to like, I'm honestly at the point of like telling him tomorrow, like, listen, you speak the good talk. I hear it. I don't see the action. You tell me all your people are accountable. I don't think so. You can't even
honestly
get your people here to a meeting.
that is I feel like I've that is one thing that I've learned like just like working in corporate America is that people are like a lot of people are just all talk and no action. And it's frustrating because the people that can like talk the best, I feel like get further. You know what I'm saying? They could do absolutely nothing. And then they're
Mhm.
like so far up, like it's absurd to me. And it's frustrating as like when you're like a doer, when you see people that are just talking all the time, like, oh, we're gonna do this and my team, da, da, da. And you're like, okay, well, let's like, we're not seeing anything that you're talking about, but they can talk about it in a circle and make it sound so nice and so fluffy. And it's honestly, it's a skill. And but it's annoying because you're just like, okay, well, as a person that like actually needs to see the results, you're bullshitting. But because you make it sound nice to other people believe in you, and that's frustrating.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I'm just like so fed up with everyone, and I'm like,
Oh, that's the
don't.
name. That's the name. That's the name of the episode. The concept of being fed up. Ooh, thank you, God. Because I was like, I know what I'm going to name this episode. I thought I did, and I'm gonna text it to you right now because I was like, what is the name of this episode? We really just started on a rant. Hold on, the concept.
We really did, but I was like, listen, we needed it.
Fed. God bless. Oh my God. I was like, I have no idea what I'm naming this one. Honestly, just
So tomorrow's my last day at
maybe
this
we should.
site.
Oh,
Let me
I
just.
was like, Aileen, did you already put in your 2 week? Like you put in your notice?
How'd you know? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?
No, I was like, this place is like out of control.
How long are you
So
there? Like, how many more days are you there?
at this site, I'm here for Friday's my last day. So
Okay.
I'm giving them a training, but I really want, like, I really don't care about the other. We invited like the supervisors and stuff to go. I really only need the maintenance team there. And then
Oh,
like lady is like embarrassed and she's like, I don't know who's gonna go, blah blah blah. And I said, guess what? I want nobody to show up.
that
I
that's
want
best
every
case scenario.
yeah, I want everyone to say that they're busy and they can't show up to this. That's what I want. And she's like, she looked at me all confused and she's like, why? And I said, because then I'm going to throw it back in the manager's face and say, I thought you kept your people accountable. What happened?
Aileen is ready for the clapback. Okay, I don't
Aileen is
know.
coming after everyone this
Isn't
week.
there like
Like,
a full moon coming up? I don't
maybe that's
know.
my problem.
It's
Maybe
not a
that's it.
problem. I'm hearing no problems. Let's make no mistake. There's no problems with the way that you are clapping back. I am happy that you were talking to people like how they deserve to be talked to. I'm just saying like
Out
it's
of control.
really something's going on with the energy with it. I don't know. I'm like, can we like get to the next step because I would like to be at peace and I think, people.
I really think it must be something like going on with the energy because honestly, I am just like, what the hell is happening? Like, why why am I like this? Like, because usually, and you know, Jade, I'm usually like, okay, like we'll be
You're
nice.
the loveliest woman I know, truly, honestly.
And now, like, honestly, I'm like crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Da-da-da. And I'm just like, oh my God,
You
like,
sound like me. You are sounding a bit chaotic like me. And I.
they're like, dang, this girl is like, she cannot.
It's fine though. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I would like to have, what's crazy is there's nothing for me to blame it on. And that I think is upsetting. Like, I'm like, and then I have to realize, and I think this might be for you too. Like, it might just be with you. It might be in your character, like the way August told me. It's in your character. I learned
Okay.
so many things from no, I promise you. Even on the ride back to the airport, he was like,
Uh-huh.
"Tell me about meditation," and he was like, "Oh, like you should meditate at midnight and did all this stuff, right?" And I was like, "What?" So, like, I learned so many things, but like again, I was like, today, and even honestly, all this week and last week, when I've just been like slightly irate and just been like the smallest thing will like set me off, where I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Who did that? And I'm like, I live by myself. I did that. You're so like, you're blaming yourself. You're upset at yourself. And I'm like, there's nothing for me to blame. Like, there's nothing for me to blame. This is who I am as a person. And that this might just be who you are as a person. It's in your character. We both need to pray for better hearts. I've been asking for like happier thoughts and stuff. It might also be because I've decided to rewatch like the original Charmed, and so there's a lot of like chaotic energy going on where I'm just like waiting for. Have you watched Charmed before?
I have not. Should I watch?
You know what? are you like into like, you actually might, because I mean, you do have like don't you have a Pisces moon?
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
Are you wondering why I know that? It's because I was just recently on CoStar and your
I
profile
was
is
like,
on there.
how the hell do you know that?
And we're co-star friends, that's why, and I like to keep up on you,
Okay,
and I
I'm
like to
glad.
see where we're aligned, that's all. In the most casual way possible. But yeah,
Are
no,
we on today?
you you might like it. It's about like three witches, so like magic and stuff, so I feel like Pisces are open to the supernatural more than any other sign. um it's I think it first started in 1999, so it's a little old. Um but I like it. Listen, I've rewatched Charmed more times than and there's like 6 or 7 seasons. And it hits every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. You should watch
Where do
it.
you watch it?
It's streaming on Peacock. Do you have Peacock?
I don't.
Okay, because I will give you. Do you want my login? You can have my login.
Okay,
Friends
just
share
watch.
logins.
Okay, I just need to watch Charmed now.
Yes, watch Charmed. I'm on season 2. I feel like it'll be a good like I feel like it's a good show for you to watch while you're traveling too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like something to like come back to the hotel room and watch. You know what I'm saying? Because what do you normally do when
Yeah.
you get back to the hotel?
Oh, work, Jade. That's my life.
Aileen, how listen, Linda. How are you a co-host to a well-being podcast and you come back from a work dinner and work? You gotta plug out, bro. You
The
gotta
issue
walk the walk.
though is when I'm at the site, I'm fully engaged with that site and trying to help them, right? Because I'm like, if I'm out here, utilize me. What do you need help with? And let me help you do it. Versus then I have all my other work that like emails and everything that pile up. And like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was slacking this week. So I,
Slacking, you have a head cold and you just went to Vegas. Like, what?
yeah, yeah,
You've been ripping and rolling.
I know. But like, I forgot I have a freaking, okay, so I have to give trainings to people at the site. Thank God they're already made. But then my boss reminded me, hey, we have a training on this tomorrow. And I was like, oh crap. So I have to like put together a presentation and stuff. And I don't care. I'm just gonna put it all together and be like, here it is. Like I
Do you
really
use AI for any of this?
okay, I wanted to try it. Have you ever tried it?
Oh, listen, Aileen, babe, honey, I'm a Taurus. Okay, I to work. Okay, if I am if working smarter, not harder was like a person, because one thing I will do is have AI write something and I will rewrite it and make it sound like, oh, you know what you can do is like have AI write it and then you tell it to rewrite it in a different tone. That is what I'm good for too. I haven't written an email myself in like wait. It's been a while. I literally will be like, can you like I'll write something, I'm like, rewrite this to sound professional and upbeat. Like, bro, yes, Aileen, you should use AI to generate there's different AIs, right? There's GPT, which like you could just ask it questions, it'll give you general answers. There's also AI that will literally generate an entire presentation for you.
Jade, why have you
Yeah.
not showed me this? Taught me about
Aileen, Aileen, girly pop. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna send you some links after this, because you've been working too hard. You might have to rewrite it. It might not be exactly what you want. It might be a little short and stuff like that. But it's always like a good starting point for me, where I'll be like, okay, um, I can work with this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna like honestly. So we're supposed to be doing like this manager plus training. So like if a new manager comes onto the site or if you get promoted to a manager level or above, you're supposed to go through this training which takes you through like the basics of our documents, right? And like the requirements, blah blah blah. So we found out that all of North America hasn't done that and they don't have that in place. So now we're working with one of the sites, but we're developing like all this training. And I was like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? Because I'm legitimately like tired of creating all these trainings every week.
Do you reuse them?
I'm going to reuse them for the rest of North America. So it's not a waste of time because I'm going to reuse it all. But it is a
Okay, that's good.
problem because they don't they don't have it.
Okay. Yeah. I feel for you. I will I'll send you some links cuz you're working too hard. You got to be on your wellness like grind. Okay, you gotta chill, you gotta relax. We gotta get that is my goal. I need you to relax. Like I need work life back. You know what, you're gonna be like the project, not the project, but yes, you're gonna be like like Aileen, we need to implement the things that we talk about throughout the podcast with you, and you can tell
Okay.
us
Okay.
how you feel. That is how this should go. Aileen, this is a
Okay.
great idea. This is the best idea I've had literally not all week. I actually had a really good idea yesterday. But today, for sure, my best idea today. Yeah, this is a great idea. Instead of like, oh, you know how we have, oh, so many revelations are happening right now. You know how we have like our, like, what was our well being moment or like our
Yes.
wellness moment? We're going to do that for you with work. That's what we're going to do. What do you think? Say
Okay,
yes.
let's try it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give you like one thing to try like every week, and we'll be like, what was your workplace wellness moment? Yeah, yeah. Or like, how did you yeah, what do you think? Like for real, dead ass. What do you think?
Let's do it.
I think it'll
Because
be
it's
good.
something that a lot of people struggle with, right?
Yes.
Let's try it out. And I think I'll do that and then you need to focus on your wellness moments in your everyday life. So whether it's
Yes.
like your progression of the sound bowls, it or however, trying like new things like that. So I think you're more, how do I say, you can, I think you're more, how do I don't know, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh.
Um
I would say you're
um
more geared to that, but no, you're more,
open? Um mm,
you know what I'm, yeah, I feel like you know what I'm saying, but
I know what you're saying, and now it's on the tip of my tongue, and like my mouth
yes.
is open. I'm like, whatever. Okay, okay. I also feel like I need to work on my mindset. I really do feel like I need to work on my mindset because I really think that the reason why I was like stressing myself out for the last like week and a half was all in my brain. Like it was very much like I was literally walking around with like a little thundercloud over my head. And it's like, who did that? Me. Also, it doesn't help that I got back from vacation and it's like damn near raining. Where like I was just like, I just came from wearing like kimonos and like flowy skirts, and now I'm like, I had to wear a jacket. I'm so mad, so mad, so mad. I haven't touched
Yeah.
grass. I haven't seen nature. I haven't went on a walk outside. It's just cold and gloomy. I was like, it did not help. It did
You're
not
like,
help at
what
all.
is happening? It's okay. So you're going to work on your mindset and use
Yes.
different techniques because we want to hear about it.
Hmm.
I'm going to focus on
Okay, wait, let me give you
having
one.
boundaries.
Let me give you one, because I feel like you can't make a bunch of changes. So let me give you one, and then next time when we record, we'll talk about it. Okay, what's the biggest workplace boundary? I think easiest one. Well, are you on the clock all like you're because your safety? Like, do you have to, the 24-hour phone thing? Is that a thing for you?
No.
So you can like stop, like you can close your laptop at like 6 and no one's gonna be like, oh my God, we had like an EHS emergency.
No. Usually it's just what is it called? I just have late meetings because we work with Asia.
Oh, because you're
So
global. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, wait, let me think. Let me think on one. What is the best one? I've let me think. Mm, I feel like you did good at clapping back, so I'm like, you're definitely speaking up for yourself, so that's good. We don't need to worry about that. I am concerned about like you like replying outside of like your normal business hours, but your normal business hours are all over the place.
Yeah.
Um, and then like while you're working, so do you work more than 8 hours then, like on a typical workday?
Um, I would
Or
say
like,
sometimes, but I've been trying to balance it more. So
okay.
like if I know I have a late meeting, I'll take like a few hours off during the middle of the day and do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's been hard because well, we both started out the same place and that was like a no-no. It's like you're here from this time to this time, right?
Yeah,
And I think we're just it's so ingrained and we're groomed in that it's actually kind of hard because now you're like, "Oh, okay." And now it feels weird when you take that time off. But the thing I love about my team is they're super like, no, if you're gonna work later, you have a late meeting, take the time off sometime other.
they're flexible. Okay, let
They're
me ask
very
you a
flexible.
question. What is your biggest, like, what do you think your biggest stress is?
I just feel like there's so much to do and I have so much going on when I visit all these sites that I don't get the stuff that I actually need to get done.
And is there anyone there to help you?
Yes, but we both like because there's really only three of us that cover all of North America.
Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe your like wellness moment should be asking for more help. But I'm like, I feel like y'all are all like just like, you know,
We're all just trying
bombarded with work.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to stay afloat. So that's kind of but I think we're gonna get there. It's just really like setting the teams like straight and helping them understand like, okay, this is it, and I'm gonna leave you. Now you gotta do it. Like this is not my responsibility.
Yeah,
But
for
I'm so
sure.
used to like being operations safety that now that I have corporate role, like I tend to drag myself back into that when I'm at the sites and I'm like, okay guys, like we have to do this or that and they're just like, what? Like they're just like so confused and I'm like, what the heck? It's not that hard, dude.
I think then how about we go back to AI and we'll have you work smarter, not harder, and
Yeah,
try
that's
the
yeah.
AI tools as much as possible.
Yes, send me the links and I'll
Okay.
try them
Okay.
because
And then you can report back on what your thoughts are and if it was helpful at all for like
yeah,
reducing your workload.
yeah. I think it'll be a good little test. And then
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
What is what's I love the homework assignment. I'm really good at homework assignments. When in therapy, when Tiana used to give me like, this is your assignment for the next 2 weeks, I was like on it. Like I was like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on. So give me a homework assignment. What's my homework assignment for wellness?
Um, I think you need to identify what's triggering you.
Oh, damn. Aileen, that
And
was hard.
no, I know, but I think you can do it because I think that's going to be the root of it, right? If you can identify that and then come up with boundaries or techniques that you can use in order to get you back into that peaceful place. And then practice a peaceful thing every day, whether
Okay.
it's meditation, whether it's your sound bowls, whatever it is, take at least 10 minutes out of your day and do that. But as you're working on this over the next, I don't know, let's say week, start thinking about what's triggering you and just write it down, right?
Okay. What triggers my anxiety?
Yes.
There's so many triggers. There's so many triggers.
And then just write it down, right? And see if you can
Okay.
put the trend. So like if today you're in the boxing room, you got pissed, right? Because someone asked you a question like, "Are you in line?" Well,
See, that
duh.
wasn't my anxiety. That was my anger. That is different. That is so different. That is
Well, then
so different.
columns. Do an anxiety one and an anger one.
Oh, damn. Aileen, do you
And
know how angry?
I know,
Actually, I
but
think
it's
you.
good. I think if you write it down, it's gonna solidify it more, and then you can say, "Oh crap! Like this, these are the things that really tick me off." And then when I get anxious, it's because of this, right? And these are like when you start to feel that way, just be like, "Why am I feeling this way? What's the actual cause of this?" And then practice like a I'm gonna say moment of peace instead of a wellness. You'll have your moments of peace. How's that?
Okay.
And you'll practice that for 10 minutes a day, whatever it is.
Okay, I got it. Triggers for, we won't call them triggers, we'll call them activations for anger. I think I'm gonna write down every time I get angry and then every time I get anxious. And then we'll try and figure out the trend. I might need your help to figure out the trend
Okay.
in
I'm good.
that because I'm not good at seeing like the bigger thing. I'm bigger at like this upset me because of this, this, and this. But I'm not big. You'll be like, Jade, overarchingly, it's this. Like I won't be able to see that, but I need someone else to like be able to point that out for me. That's what we'll
I'm
do.
here for
Okay.
it.
Okay. That means we're back on my journal because I haven't journaled in a minute. I've been doing like video diaries, but I haven't like written down anything in a while. So here we go. Here's, man, we have really skewed from our little mental health era and then we somehow made it back in a nice little full circle. Look at us.
We needed to bounce around and flow with what was going on in our lives, so it'll be good.
Yes. Okay. All right. Any final, I feel like we could wrap up the episode, but any final words of wisdom from Aileen?
I would just say no matter what you're facing, right? Whether it's a heavy workload, if it's anxiety, if it's whatever it is, right? Or you just put up boundaries, but also find moments of peace in every day. I think it's very important. Like, for example, for me, it's in the mornings, right? I love the mornings. I wake up, I put on some fun music, and even in a freaking hotel room, right? I still,
Yes.
and it just sets your day and puts you in such a good mood that, like, it's actually surprising how music can affect you and put you in a good mood. But find that moment of peace, whether it's whenever you have time. It might be at the end of the day, it might be in the beginning or the morning, right? You never know, or even in the middle of the day, right? Find those moments and make sure you have a peaceful moment, because I think it'll help you in the long run, but it'll also help you in that day.
Beautiful. All right. Well, that about wraps up this episode. Thank you so much for listening to us rant because boy, when I tell you we had no direction for this episode, but we we did what we had to do. Okay. So we hope that you have a good day, good night. And we hope that you are well. Bye.
Bye.